Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. Welcome to the evening stream. And just as in the morning, I, Rory Master, will now be working on learning. Yep, we're back with this. Now, in the morning when I did this, right, there was this issue where if we actually run the command, right, there's this issue where you could do +1 and let's do -2 for example, and see it creates too many tokens for how many it's actually supposed to. So I figured out it's this that is causing it, right? So we're gonna fix that. I think it might be these, right? So what if I do that? That should theoretically fix it. So if we do clear and run that again, 1 + 1 + 2. Okay, see, that works, I think. Oh, it doesn't. Oh. Well, next error. It doesn't recognize the thing. Okay. This needs to. Oh, that's annoying. It doesn't recognize the number at the end. So this time so okay, that fixed it, that's great. But this now needs fixing because it needs to check if there's the end of the input. That's not good. Which essentially means I need to add another check here. Wait, no. It's not that, it's this that needs to add in. So it needs to check if there is. I wonder if that would work. Right. I wonder if that would work. One operator token, number token. God damn it. I forgot I need this to actually compare because it will make too many. So now this theoretically should work, right? 1 + 1 + 2. Okay, let's just do +2 + 3. So it should do created a token. Why is it doing 12? This should not be 12 tokens. In fact, it should. Oh. Alright, it's because. So as I thought, that's not gonna work. Close. What if I do N L? That's not gonna work, is it now? How do I fix this one? What to do, what to do. Well, I guess I could technically wait, what if at the end I just add if number is not equal to an is not equal to an empty string, then create another token. Maybe that'll work. Clear. Let's see if that fixes the issue. 1 + 1 + 2. I should create 5. And it created 7. That's great. Well, that didn't work at all. And neither is my exit commands for some reason. Why did it create 7? How do I do this? That should have worked. I don't know why it isn't. Like, if I just... One plus 1 plus 2. Right. So it's only... So it is only missing this one and it is working properly. But for some reason that is making it not work. Oh. Wait, no, because that should work. Wait, it's because it's in a for loop. Oops. Give me a sec. Okay, this time it should work. 1 plus 1 plus 2. 5. There you go. Fixed it. Okay, that is working. That's great. Alright. so why should be all of the tokenization done? And I technically don't need this, but I'm gonna keep these debugs in here just in case for later. So that means the tokenization is done, and now what's left is the next step, which is parsing it. Which is gonna be the hard part, I assume, so good luck to me. I was looking at stacks earlier. Oh, it was in this one. But I'm not sure how I would use this. To actually help me. Unless I added this, I made two stacks, one for numbers, one for operators. Added the operators to the theoretically one on the right, and numbers to the theoretical one on the left. And then used them somehow, but that doesn't change the fact that they don't follow typical beard mass. Yeah. Well, stacks, you obviously have queues. Wait, actually, I think. Wait. So hear me out, right? Hear me out. Excalibur. Right. What if? Ew. How do I get it to be dark mode? Oh, thank God. Okay. What if we have this stack and this stack? Let me see, and then we go number stack, and we go with operator stack, and then for the operators, essentially I need to, and then we have the operator tokens, right? Operator tokens. Let's say plus minus, right? And essentially imagine this, but what we do is you have these, right? And basically we make a second pass through the operators, right? So we go down the list, and for each operator, right, for each of these operators, for each of these operators, we check precedence and add them to here based on each one. So we start here, right? And we go first operator token. What is it? If it's a plus, well, we know it has to go before subtraction. So we take that and add it to the top of the stack. And then we go to the next one. What? This is a subtraction. So we, don't take it. Wait, no, but then the way you're gonna have to do it is have it go through the whole thing, and it's gonna have to do that multiple times. Look, that's okay, that yeah, no, this isn't gonna work. See, this still wouldn't solve the issue of how do we get the numbers to work with that. Maybe if we made the tokens a linked list, then each token would know each operator token can then know which two numbers are before and front. This is difficult. Parse expression. Include IO stream using namespace std. What did I make this? A void parse expression. And it needs to include parser, right? Wait, no, it's parser.h. There you go. That way that works. Now question is, how do I parse this? First things first, this needs to, once it's finished, send out, once it's finished it needs to it needs to call the parser, which means this needs to be updated to return a ball, preferably ball, and then return true, and change this to where the hell is it? There you go. There you go. That's great. So ball Lexer. There's probably a better way of doing this, but I have no idea what it is, so I'm just gonna do it my way. Wait, maybe I can just call the thing. You know what? I'm just an idiot. I don't need to do any of this, right? Because I can just call the function after this one and it'll run. There's no point in doing that, which okay. Well, still doesn't explain how I'm supposed to do this. Pause expression. There you go. What are you? Oh, right. Include. Oh my god. Oh, I'm an idiot. Include. Wow, I'm struggling with this. Okay. Now question is, how do I make this work? You're not gonna let me. Oh, here you go. Question is, how do I get these from here to here with the numbers? Oh, that's a very good question. Programming is hard. So we have in tokens. We printed the tokens, which gave us an output of a few different values, and I need, wait, potentially there might be, oh wait, no, man. This is a pain to do. How does one parse this? What could I possibly use? Set. That's interesting. Well, that still wouldn't actually help. That is A very good question. Hmm. This is very, very interesting. Keepers. Maybe a map? Uh, what to do? How do I pause this? Oh my god, I am struggling. Hmm. Hmm. What to do? Hmm. Oof. This is very, very difficult. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do, actually. I have no clue how I'm gonna solve this issue. Um, uh, let's think, let's think, let's think. Um, that's a good question. How do I do this? Hmm. Hmm. So, see, this is where I'm confused on how I'm gonna do this, because I have to define presidents somehow. And I need the stupid thing to know which. Okay, let's just, yeah. I'm still not sure how I'm gonna actually make it pass the expression, but let's first make it understand um, which characters are what. So I need an int president. Is that how I always spell it? No, it's gonna be like that. It's gonna take the char operator, because that's how I set it up over there. And as for this, it needs to return that, so int precedence. Char op, then if r is equal to this, return, sorry, return 1, else if char r is equal to plus oops return 2 that's probably a better way of writing this, but r is equal to times return 3 else if top is equal to divine return 4 else else cout not a valid operator and then return 0. There you go. Probably not the best way of writing it, but I just want this to work, so I'm not really gonna be bothered about that too much. Yeah. So that should just return 0. If it's none of these operators, and if it is one of these operators, it should return, well, one of these numbers, and then for precedence, I just have to make sure I check if a number is higher than the one of the previous operator, I assume. So that works fine. So now question is, right, I need to do stacks. I can't. I'm gonna end up using stacks anyway. So let's just use them. I'm assuming I'm gonna need one for the operator. Where should I put it? I'm gonna say define in here potentially, and then so you do that. Okay. What am I saving? A string or a character? I can't remember now. It's a character, I think. Yeah. I'm saving a char. So how's it again? The stack? Yeah. Right. Stack char operators. Do I need to make it external again, or is that like extern? Is that right? No. Oh, right. Yes. Okay, that works. I still don't understand when to use this and when not, but the ID is helping me with that, so I guess I don't need to worry too much. And I basically just need to copy this. Actually, since we're using standard, I don't even need that much. I only need this part to basically be here so I can access it. Alright. That should be good. So now I have a stack of operators, and it's gonna have to go through the tokens and set these up in line. So parse expression for token for tokens? Is that how I did it? I can't remember how I did it. It was for shoot. Was it here? No, it was here, right? No. How did I use the for loop again? For token to oops. Token. I still feel like I'm doing it wrong. I'm going crazy over here. Token. Oh, yeah, I was right. Okay. Tokens. But this isn't gonna work because it doesn't have access to it. Because it's the parser. Oh, fuck. The issue is this Alexa. Wait, no, the Alexa doesn't import it. Wait. Maybe it'll work. Hold on. Hashtag include Alexa.h. Yeah, there you go. Hopefully that won't cause a feedback loop, but anyway. For token in tokens, if token dot was token dot hello? Oh shoot, token dot type is equal to token dot token I used it here as well. Goes token operator. Then we then you do char op equals precedence token dot op, right? Then wait, no, precedence returns an int. Int op pres op value, there you go. Op value. Let's see. How would they do this? Yeah, this is hard. Um. Huh. What were we thinking? What were we thinking? How do I make the submit? So we have. We're given the precedence, right? Like, that's a given. Hmm. Let's see. Let's make the numbers stack because I'm assuming I'm gonna need that so as well. So x turn std stack double numbers and just copy this and do that, and then hold on, if token dot type is equal to token number, and then else if, and then what I need to do is just add it to the stack, right? Because it's just, yeah. So it would be numbers dot push, right, it would be then double number equals token dot value, and then we just do number, right? So that should push the, yeah, so that should push the number onto the stack. So if it goes 1, if the calculation is 1 plus 1, for example, then the first number added will be a 1. Then so if it's a 1 plus 1, it adds it gets to the first one, it adds it. So let's see. So let's say we have the equation equals 1 plus 1, right? And we do that extra large, right? equation is 1 plus 1, and then we do so first it finds 1, then adds 1 to number stack. Right, so first it finds 1 and adds it. Let's do start. Alright. So first it does that. Then it goes down. Can you not? No, how do I stop this? Hello? Oops. Okay. So then we go this way. Then it finds it finds the plus operator and finds plus, adds plus to operators stack. So this is the easy part. Oh, I need to make this calculation longer. Let's say times 5 minus 3, whatever. So that's the easy part. The hard part is figuring out how it's supposed to get to this point and do that. So we basically, like, it basically just gets right, like it just goes there. So it does that, and then the next thing it needs to do, and then the next thing it does is finds that, right? It finds the times operator, and this is where this doesn't work anymore. It needs to do something else. So we know the numbers stack has 2. So we know the number stack now has. Hold on, let me visualize it this way. You need to be wider. Numbers. Operators. Okay. So it's gone through, it's added 1, right? Then it's added the plus operator. Then yet again it adds another 1 to this stack because it's 1 plus 1. And now it needs to, wait, why did it add it as a 1? There we go. And the next one is times, but what now? It needs to know that it has to use this, but there could be more further on, which is, this is so annoying. See, it would be less tricky if it didn't matter the operation of the plus and the minus. But I want that to matter, right? It has to know to do the plus first. Which makes this a bit more difficult. See, there is another thing, right? You could make it assume that, like, if it's this, then you know. But no, because if you do two of these, then it's indices, and I'm gonna add that later if I can. This is, yeah. Well, this is difficult. This is really, really difficult. Yeah. What do I do? I'm not sure how to make this work. It's annoying. How do I make this work? I have the precedence, right? So my code theoretically knows if it's a it theoretically the code knows if the operator is of like better or not, if you know what I mean. Like it knows hmm. Hmm. This is hard. Let's assume hmm. Um, hmm. I'm really stuck here, you know? This is not exactly something I've done before, and it's really being a bit. Uh, Wait, maybe if I have this push the operators onto the operator stack, right? and then a separate function that then goes down the stack. Maybe? Huh. Would that work? Because then, let's say we have these two operators, right? A separate function which goes through operators. Oh wait, I need to duplicate this and out of the 5. So and then do the 3, and it would add minus here because it's one of the last ones. Right. So then we make it go. We make a separate function that gets the first 2 numbers of the number stack because we now have all of them, right? Then looks at the operator. So it gets these 2 numbers and looks at the operator. If the operator, so it gets that operator, stores it, and then it looks down the stack. What are you doing? Down the stack to the next operator. If the operator is a higher precedence, then it saves this operator instead and gets rid of this one in the variable, and looks down again. If the operators of a higher precedence, same thing. If not, and it is the last operator in the stack, then it uses the operator it has stored and then takes that out of the stack. That could potentially work. So I add them all into the 2 stacks, and then that might actually work. Right. That, yeah, I think that might be the solution. Right, but it needs. Oh, here's another issue though. It needs to know that the first one is the right operand, this one is the left one. Because we're going to be going this way, not this way. Alright, that makes a little more sense. Okay, so I don't need this because this function doesn't care what it is. So we do jar r equals token dot op, and then what did I name this thing? Operators. What the hell? Operators push up, right? So now we'll end up with 2 stacks one with the numbers, one with all the operators, and if I remember, we can actually where's the one to print it? See out. Check if the stack is empty. What the hell was the thing for how to print it out? Like all of them. Do I have to do it with a for loop? I don't want to do it with a for loop. Well, I love how there's lots. This application is awesome. This website, I mean, anyway, okay, so I need another function, which would be a, what do I make it, a void again? Oh, I need to define it in here first, so it would be void calculate, I guess. Void calculate. Yeah, void calculate. And void calculate. Which needs to get the for. Oh, but how do I do? Wait, I need to get the size of stack 1, I think, and then for the amount of numbers in stack 1. Right, does that make sense? Or do I get the total tokens and use that instead? No, I make it, no, a while true, and then for the numbers, because there's always going to be more numbers than there is characters, so I do a while true for the numbers stack, and check if it's empty using the empty function. And if it's empty, we stop. If it's not, we carry on. Okay, I get it. So, while numbers dot empty, while not numbers dot empty. So while the number stack is not empty, we pop the first number as the right operator, pop the second number as the left operator. So we do not operator, variable. I mean, you know, I mean double R number. Double R number, double L number, and then what it needs to do is numbers dot pop R number equals double from incompatible type. What? But numbers is a double. I doing wrong? All value of type void. We're fine. No. So that's not the issue. What am I doing wrong? Variable R number. Shall I as a variable of type double with an R value of type void. But it's not void, it's a numbers is a stack. And this is only being run when it's not empty. I'm confused on what this error means. What am I doing wrong? So I think it is to get the... You create a stack, add elements, right? Access stack elements dot top, right? Oh, do I set it to dot top instead? Okay, okay. Right, but I still have to pop it. So, do I now do numbers dot pop and then numbers dot top again? I'm not sure if it takes out the variable or not, or the number. I don't know how stacks work in this language. Okay, I'm just gonna assume that is correct. I don't. Numbers dot pop. There you go. So now we have those. The next thing is for this to get the correct operator to use. So it needs to essentially go through every single operator in the operators thing and find the first one with find the one with the highest precedence. So we should I make this a separate function that goes through them? If I return, what do I return? No, char is what I return. Char. Char get precedence. Char get precedence for. Wait, no. First, I need to get int tag size equals operators dot size. Great. For char C and wait, maybe I don't need the stack size then. Operators? Would that work? Okay, now you've lost me. The for loops were working before, what am I doing differently now? Do I just do like for C stack size? For wait, maybe no. Wait. For chassis and stack char operator stack operators. How the fuck do I use this? God damn it. Oh, I'm getting so confused. I am so lost right now. See, for each loop, right? My numbers. But isn't that what I'm doing here? Operators, which is a stack. So for every stacks work. Jesus. For every element in a stack is basically what I need. What I need this to do is go through every operator in the operator stack and check its precedence, which apparently this is not how you do it. For right, because if I can't access it normally, this, yes, that just gets the size, this just removes an element, this accesses it and changes it, but this does not tell me how I'm supposed to use this stuff. Damn, this is a hard language. Okay, so this is just wrong. How do I check each one in the stack? Maybe a while loop? I mean... if I do... Or, wait, maybe if we go back to this, maybe while it's finding them, no, that wouldn't work either, because then it's gonna loop through the entire tokens array, and unless this, I make it also remove that token from the array, or the vector I mean, which, same for this, and then when it loops through them, okay, that might work. Okay, yeah, hold on. So right now, all the tokens get stored in this. If I make it remove them as it passes them, then only the others will be left. So then it gets rid of all the numbers, which just leaves the operators. And then with operators, it goes through each operator, and if the operator is a high one, like if one of the high, if it's the highest precedence from the current, no, it's not. Oh, I'm so close, I can feel it in my brain. I'm this close to figuring it out, but every time I get somewhere, I just run into a brick wall. So it would go through this, it would find this one, save it into a variable of operator, whatever. It would save into that variable. Then it would go to the second one, see that it's higher, and save that one instead. Basically, I would have to make this go through the list multiple times. Which is a bit... yeah, it would have to go through the list multiple times in order to make this work. So you'd have to go through the list once, save that as the highest, right, and then take it out of the list. Then it runs that against these. Wait, but that won't work, because then it'll run that one against the wrong numbers. It'll run against 3 and 5. I need it to run against 5 and 1. Oh, that sucks. So this plan was doomed from the start. Anyway, I need to actually do these calculations while it's going through the tokens, which that makes this even harder. Well, now I'm completely stuck. This will no longer work because... oh, I thought I had this figured out, but it's not gonna work. God damn it. The moment it encounters an operator is the moment everything just crashes to pieces. That is annoying. Well, here's the $1 million question. Now what? How do I fix this? I need... So So this function now becomes basically completely useless because it's not gonna work as I thought it would because of this. I can't add all the numbers first and then do it. I have to do them one by one. How would that work? Because it adds the one, adds the plus, adds the second one, adds... What just happened? Oops. Adds this, right? I have it in the wrong order. Adds the star. Then adds the 5. Oh, fuck! I'm so dumb! Okay, I get it. So it adds the 1, then it adds the plus, then it adds the 1. Then it goes to the next one and it sees a higher operator. Then it goes to the next number. Adds that one to the stack. Then it sees the next operator, which is a lower precedence. Right. Which doesn't help me in the end. That's... yeah. I'm running into so many brick walls trying to make this work. Oh my god, that is annoying. Because now the question becomes, okay, that could work, but what if this was a divide, and there's another operator here that's a times? It will do the divide because it won't get to the times one, which the only way I can think of potentially doing this is having a variable called highest operator available, have that set as the precedence, but then if you have multiple, it's not gonna add. I don't. Whoever made the first calculator program was a genius. I'm stuck on this. This is insane. I have no idea what I'm doing. This just makes my brain hurt. How would I do this? It would be easier if I made 1 and minus have the same precedence and then times and divide, but even that's... I wanted them to I want it to actually use BidMass, so plus later when I add things like brackets and other things, they're gonna disrupt this, so this won't work. Why is this so much easier on paper than it is to actually code? I'm so stuck on this, it finds this, but now what? And I can't look through everything in the array, not in the array, in the stack. I have to go one by one. Oh, another problem, where do I store the calculated number? Because that's an issue as well. So if this calculates 1 times 5, then it's got 5, okay. So say we store that in a variable, but now what? It can't do 1 plus minus 3 because that's not what it's supposed to do. The next operator would be 1 plus 5. But I don't know, I'm so stuck right now, it's so ridiculous. Uh, let's see if there's something online. Of operations algorithm. See, this might have been a little easier if I actually knew how to code in C++. Right. See, this is a problem. They have so much more PEDMAS. Can we just call it one thing? Like, it's really annoying when you've got all these different ones. Like, yeah. Inside parentheses. Yeah, I know how to solve it. My question is, how do you actually use it? Yeah, I know how you actually do it in your head, but like, how do you actually make a computer do it? Ugh. Like, it's an algorithm. I wanna computer algorithm. Goddamn AI! Fuck off! I don't need you. Jesus Christ. Let's see Wikipedia, or maybe this will help. Yeah, I get all that. Question is, how do you make this work? Let's see. There's no universal convention for interpreting an expression containing both division, denoted by the division, and multiplication, denoted by x. Proposed conventions include assigning the operations equal precedence and evaluating them from left to right, or equivalently treating division as multiplication by the reciprocal and then evaluating in any order. See, this is a problem now. You get them doing different stuff because one does one thing, the other does another. This is so to these guys, they just use the they just use the same thing. Oh my god, what is this? Oh. Well, I'm just not gonna look at that. Hmm. Well, would that even work? Because you are essentially oh, that's annoying. So these technically only have one, right? So what did these even do? 1 plus 2, right? So you got 3. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 divided by 6 is 1. That's right. What did this one do? 6 divided by 2 is 3. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. Oh. See, this is a problem. You get such different results depending on what you do. This one did the correct calculation and got the correct answer. This one didn't. So has no one figured out how to make a computer actually do what it's supposed to then? Wait, no. It showed it because it did it by using brackets. Right. Yeah, see, so I need to essentially make it use brackets. Oh, that makes no sense. Well, it's been fun, but I think I'm stuck. I think I'm officially stuck and I can't go any further without help because I have no idea what else to do now. This is making less and less sense the more I look at it. So not good. Yep, I am way too stuck. Way too stuck. Yeah, not very good. Well, this is the most annoying thing I've come across in a while. Let's see if we can find any examples online. Thankfully, I don't actually have to worry about this, you know. For my final goal, like I do not have to worry about this, but I would like to make this work somehow. Huh. Mm. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get anywhere. Oh. So you got empty stack, right? Top. Oh, this is just how a stack works. Maybe using stacks. Algorithm. Yeah, no. This site sucks, it can't even load. Oh, I cannot find this. This is actually... Yeah, I'm stuck in high heaven. This is not working. I can't for the life of me figure out how this needs to be done, like how this is supposed to work. It just doesn't make sense. How do I make this work? It's a very, very good question. I can't find any examples of how this works either, apart from about one Wikipedia article. Like, damn, man. Maybe this will have an idea. Between content viewable in my region. God damn it. See, this is what I need it for, right? And it's not. Oh, fuck! I can't even see it! I don't have a VPN! Push the first number to stack, push the second number, push the third number, pop the last two numbers off, multiply them. Right, but why? I can't see this. God damn the site! Oh, this is exactly what I need. Oh, fuck. The one website with an actual hint as to how I make this work. And it's not even available to view. God damn it. Well, that just sucks. How do I make you guys function? I mean, I could maybe try using the tokens thing again, but god damn it, I don't have a VPN installed yet. I couldn't be bothered to do it before and it's come about. No, this sucks. It's this one? No, this one just doesn't load. That's no. See, this site, this stupid little site, bro, doesn't load it. You suck. This site needs to be downloaded. It's ridiculous. Ugh. I want to block it on the reports here. Oh well, whatever. Oh, that's 26. Let's use this texture. It's all clothing challenge. So what was the name of it again? Evaluating complex mathematical expressions. Using stacks. I need an example of how you make this work because I am stuck. Well, this sucks. What is this? What? Upstack holds operators. Use dollar to hold a special end of input token with lowest precedence. Input stream tokens representing. There's another token if numbers. No, the token Z. If numbers Z, then the value stack, which is the one that holds numbers, push Z, push the number, else repeat ops. Z, what? Why? That makes little sense. Okay. In this programming assignment, you'll design using pseudocode and implementation in Java code. Please don't. Two versions of arithmetic calculator. The first version will be based on pseudocode discussed in class where using two different stacks. The second version must be based on recursion, which means you have to replace the explicit use of stacks. In the first version, we're using recursion. What? Arithmetic calculators must read lines of text from a text file, which each line contains a syntactically correct arithmetic expression. Must repeat the input line and print the computed result on the next line. Your calculators must support the following operators on integer or real numbers and observe the standard operator precedence as shown below. 1 to 8, highest to lowest, same precedence evaluated left to right. Parentheses, possibly nested ones. That's 1. Factorial 2 minus 3. Binary. What? Why is minus twice then? What? I don't. No. I'm just no. We're not doing no. Yeah, no. No. Just yeah, no. Just no. You know what? my brain is fried. I can't do this anymore. Thank you guys for watching, but I will see you in the next. It's been fun. This is Screammaster over and out.